if, you just bumped into a guy at a bar, he didn't even know who you were. You're just sitting next to him on a bar stool and he's talking to you, man, I hate my job. I'm really thinking I want to start flipping houses. What would you recommend to him as the way to get started? What are the first steps that you recommend? Because I see a lot of times things done out of order.
Yep. And
so if you were to put together even a handbook, say it's 10 pages long, start here, end here. Mm-hmm. What would be the way you would guide that guy through? Hey, first couple things you need to do, next couple weeks, do this, then call me.
Right. I'd say first thing is get your cash together and figure out how much cash you can comfortably lose if it was to go bad. I would then say, get your cash together, figure that out. One of the hardest things in this market currently is just finding deals. So I get a lot of calls from borrowers who they don't know at first when they call that it does take cash to do these things. You can't just, I think they stay up late at night and they see these shows on TV. Hey, you can get rich quick flipping real estate with no money of your own. Well, that's true. It can happen. It doesn't happen very much, at least from what I've seen. Of course, I'm a lender. So if it's happening like that, I'm probably not going to see it, right? But the reality of it is that for the typical investor, you're going to need some cash. You're going to need to be able to hone your skills into finding a deal. So what's entailed with there is, number one is a process to find a deal. But number two is, how do you figure out if it's a deal or not? So if for someone that doesn't know anything about real estate, they're going to need to get with a realtor or someone that knows what they're doing that can help them access data sources. And then maybe work with a lender like myself who actually knows about real estate as well and is willing to say, okay, here's what you need to be thinking about. I think that building your knowledge base is important. Frankly, I don't see it as much different than going to the shopping mall. You know how much money's in your wallet and you know what you want to buy, or you research it. Hey, so-and-so sells this or so-and-so sells that, You do your research before you go to the mall, typically. I mean, sometimes you just go there and waste time, but you know what I mean? If you're out to make a decent purchase, you're going to research something, especially online these days. And then the other thing is, you're not going to go to the mall without knowing I can spend this or I can spend that. Now, obviously, it's a little bit different because you just think, okay, I can afford that. On the housing, it's really no different. It's just in a bigger scale. So I think the first two things I'd say is figure out your cash. And then, I think talking to lenders early on to understand what is a possibility is a great step towards that in the very beginning. And it can help you understand what's next. I get a lot of guys call, they realize they don't have any cash. They realize they need cash. My suggestion to them is, I said, look, the hardest part of this is finding deals. Hone your craft doing that. Get something under contract, then wholesale it to someone else. You'll make a few $1,000s, put it in the bank, go do it again, go do it again, go do it again. Pretty soon, you're going to have enough cash to do your own deal.
That's really good advice.
And you may find that, hey, I like this better than flipping.
Well, and you would have learned what I think is the hardest part of the whole process, which is finding the actual property.
Right.
And you would have, like you said, honed your craft.
I think what else you learn there, kind of by default, is how to not be greedy.
No.
Because I think greed can kill people a lot of times in this business, or any business, frankly. This is such a good deal, I can't let this go, I got to do it myself. No, that's not true. Especially if you don't have any cash. Don't give away any possible benefit from this deal just to do the deal. Go ahead, move it to someone else, let them make their money. You make your money. It's a business transaction. You put it in the bank and you build towards a goal. It's like anything else.
Absolutely.